Storylines to follow in Thursday's Redskins-Cowboys game. The Washington Redskins, 5-6, will try to build on their first NFC East victory and keep alive their faint prospects of a wild-card berth when they visit the Dallas Cowboys, 5-6, who are mired in a 3-game losing streak, Thursday night. Here are 5 storylines to follow. 1. Stick with the run. The emergence of rookie running back Samaje Perine has been a silver lining of the season-ending leg injuries suffered by lead back Rob Kelley and third down back Chris Thompson. Tapped for primary duty, the powerfully built Perine is coming off back-to-back 100-yard rushing games that happened to coincide with a near upset of New Orleans and the season's first NFC East victory, over the New York Giants on Thanksgiving. As with former Redskins running back Alfred Morris, Perine is the kind of back who improves with a steady diet of carries, better on his 10th rush than on his first. The Cowboys are expected to be without middle linebacker and defensive captain Sean Lee, who is second on team with 52 tackles, and that should help create opportunities for the Washington running game. 2. Stop the run. Running back Ezekiel Elliott rolled up a career-high 150 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns as the Cowboys handed the Redskins a 33-19 defeat in Week 8. While Washington's defense won't have Elliott to contend with Thursday, the second-year back will miss his 4th game while serving a 6-game suspension. The Cowboys are sticking with an offensive formula that leans heavily on the run, mixing in play action and controlling the clock. Containing it will be the challenge for the Redskins' short-handed defensive front. Helped by a big, skilled offensive line, Dallas ranks 4th in rushing yards per game, 134.8 yards per game, and 2nd in yards per carry, 4.7, getting good production from former Morris, the former Redskin, 51 carries, 296 yards, and Rod Smith, 30 carries, 135 yards. 3. Stay poised. Both teams have losing records, but the stakes are high. The victor keeps slim playoff hopes alive. The loser, at 5-7, is basically done. Amid the charged atmosphere of AT&T Stadium, the Redskins must keep their poise in trying to avenge their 33-19 loss to Dallas in Week 8. That means getting an early lead to quiet the crowd, communicate amid the noise and play mistake-free football in the final 2 minutes of each half. All too often, that's when the Redskins hurt themselves, committing foolish penalties, mismanaging the clock, squandering timeouts and, against the Giants, eking out a victory despite 2 delay-of-game calls. If we can stay away from shooting ourselves in the foot, Gruden said this week, then we will have a great opportunity to win. 4. Protect Cousins. Playing behind a patchwork offensive line that has been ravaged by injury, quarterback Kirk Cousins has been sacked more times through this season's 11 games to date, 31, than he was all last season, 23, or in 2015, 26, yet he has shown impressive resilience. 6 of those sacks came in last Thursday's victory over the Giants, when 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle Trent Williams was sidelined for a 3rd game this season with a serious knee injury. So it's encouraging for Cousins and the Redskins' offense that Williams appears set to return against Dallas, determined to finish the season. Dallas is tied with the Redskins with 28 sacks. Cowboys defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence, who will line up across from Williams, has accounted for 11.5 of those, tied for 3rd in the league. 5. Win turnover battle. Turnovers and injuries doomed the Redskins in their loss to the Cowboys last month under a driving rain at FedEx Field. The trouble started with a 10-point swing to close the first half, with Dallas blocking Nick Rose's 36-yard field goal attempt and converting it, 2 plays later, into a rushing touchdown that gave the Cowboys a lead they never relinquished. The Redskins' first drive of the second half ended on a sack fumble that led to a Dallas field goal. While the Cowboys' offense is now struggling, failing to score more than 9 points amid a 3-game losing streak without Elliott in the mix, the Redskins can't undermine their cause with turnovers that lead to easy defensive scores. Read more on the Redskins, enjoy Kirk Cousins' final games with the Redskins. This is about more than money. With their backs against the wall, playoff hopeful Redskins are in a familiar spot. Trent Williams, knee, limited in practice, will be a game-time decision at Dallas. Kirk Cousins has a case to be the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL. Redskins defensive backs have swagger. Now they're striving for consistency.